Now I'd like to analyze the data. I would like to find out meaningful results from my data, meaningful equation, meaningful interpretation, or some problems or some solution. And that is 60 to 80% of the data analysis as for a data scientist. So whatever you saw in the university we do, 60 to 80% we do this. And what does it mean by tidy? Tidy means in Bangla gochano, সাজানো gochano, or it also mean cleaning. That means you remove your unwanted data or you make some new data if there is something missing or so on. So tidy has three rules. One of the rules is each variable, that means the characteristics or the numbers you want to study, each variable should have a column. Such as here you see country, so all the country names should be in this column. And there in the next one you see year, so all the year values should be in this column, and cases, population, and so on. So every variable should have a column. And then you have rows, we call it observation. So every observation should have a row. And the third category is every cell or every position should have a value. So one cell should have one value. Once you have this data ready, your data is already tidy, your data is already managed, already organized. You have collected a very nice piece of Excel sheet you have made very nicely. So you do not need so much thing further. So in this part, tidyr package, which is a part of tidyverse, is actually reshape the data, help you to organize. And deepler, they basically clean and transform your values if you need to. So they both work together. Sometimes tidyr comes first. Sometimes deepler or codes or packages comes first. So let's see. We just saw the data in our RStudio. Now, if I call the data, and the call means print, I say R, please print my entire table. And then I just name the object I created in RStudio. So this window you see, this is basically a script window you saw in RStudio, the top left corner. So anything from now on you see as a box, you will understand this is basically script. This is a command where I execute my command. And anything you see afterwards, it is basically console, the left bottom box. So I call it, I print it, I just name it and then run this command, and then it printed entire results. So is this data managed, gochano, sajano, or is it a messy data? This 9 observation data is actually messy data because we have some problem in this fourth line. If you see critically, you will see these 3 problems. So the first problem is we have many values in one cell. We just heard that one cell should have only one number, one values, either it is a text or a numbers. So we need to create another 2 lines to take these 2, right? So we need to split the cell. This we will do today. And also we see that some columns are mixed up, text and with numbers. It should have been a number numeric type or entire column, but it is a character now. That means are turned each and every number you see here into a text inside, internally. We do not see it, but we can see it from here because this is basically printed by R, this line, which is not part of our data, but you can see it is character. That means it is not numeric because of these 2 boxes has too many values and the space. So a space is like text. That's why it turned into. So we need to make this numeric. So this is the second job, to make it tidy. And then some categories, third one, that means some names are is case sensitive. Some names are capital, start with capital letter. Some values start with small letter. You see here as well. Some is completely capital letters. So we need to change this, because R treated this name and this name is two different names, even though in meaning they are same, basically same island or same species. So we need to adjust those. So I'll quickly go. You may feel it little bit difficult, but do not worry. We will share this lecture later on. If you miss anything, you can go through and retake, no problem. So first we'll do what? We will do, we should split the rows. Every row should have only one observation. So we will split. To split, there is a command from tidyr called separate rows. So this command will work on this data to make it together, do not have anything in between. We use a special character which is called pipe, though it is, this one is look like pipe, but this one is not. But it is entirely called pipe. What pipe does, you put like as our basin, like as our toilet, in the pipeline, something goes in, it goes all the way to where it's supposed to go. So we connect every command with a pipe. So it doesn't go anywhere else. It just start, keep working, keep doing the job I wanted R to do. And it's like a chain steps. It's a readable workflow, basically. So when I say fill data, it's basically fill this entire data. And then I say, please separate rows. This is a command. Separate these two rows, this one, and separate these two column where we have a space. I said separation was with a space. So wherever you see a space, please split there. And it did. It created two extra lines for us. So think about it. If you have thousands and thousand rows, if you have a file which is even cannot open by a computer, it need to be opened by a computer server, then you just simply use R to split those. If it is a small, you can do it in Excel, copy pasting and changing. But if it is too much, you cannot. So that helps us. So we split it, we make it seems more tidy now, but still we have problem with the name and with the cases. So next, R is case sensitive, so we will change those. So we'll make this P capital, this small, and this a small one capital, and this change first one into capital and the rest into small letters. So how can we do that? There is another command called mutate, which is came from dplyr. And there is another command came from string R, where string can be changed. We say, please take the string, that means take the text and change it to title. So title, we know in the title we have capital letter in the beginning and then all the letters are smalls. So we say, please, we have problem in this 3 column, penguin ID, species and island. Only work on those 3 columns. And then we mention what are those columns. And we did that. What it does, mutate, it basically overwrite these names. It take the names and overwrite and then paste the current name on it. So then we can say, okay, our data looks now tidy. But we have still a problem because it is not numeric. If we plot something or calculate mean or average, this will not work because it is still character. So we need to change those column character to numbers. How we do that? We do another mutate. We absolutely we use pipe because we are not done yet. So we use pipe in the just at the end of last command, and then we keep continue these 2 lines. We say first one should be numeric because it is dashmic or decimal thing, and then we say this is like absolute number, so it should be integer. So R rename this number as integer. So now you see uh, R make it numeric, which R itself know it as a double. So every numeric, whether it is dashmic, decimal, or it is absolute value, it treated it as a double. And then I say make this body mass column integer, and it did that. So now we can say every variable has its own column, every observation has its own row, and value has each cell. So we can call it tidy. So recap what we did so far. We have attached the library. I have done it before today's session, so I didn't run it, but you need to run it if you already installed tidyverse package. And then I imported my data, and I just did three. Sorry, it just took me backward when I click unintentionally. So it's basically the third one I did is just tidying my data or cleaning the data, and it became this. So just 14 lines of codes just equip me to install, to upload my data and clean the data. For field to field, it varies. For some people, it takes many lines.